tavern's always filled with laughter.
At firesides where heroes gather.
Hearthstone is home. Hearthstone is home.
What up, BlizzCon? My name is Ben Brode. I'm the game director on Hearthstone.
And my name is Ben Thompson. I'm the art director on Hearthstone.
Mean Streets of Gadgetzan just totally capped off the year of the Kraken.
Ah, Gadgetzan, the city of opportunity.
It was a fantastic set, not only because the vibe was so much fun. What does a Gadgetzan look like on a long enough timeline? How big does a city like that get? And ultimately, what kind of crime families come out of such an environment? 3 major ones, as it turns out. We've got Kazakus leading the Cabal, the magic users of the group.
The Jade Lotus?
Yeah. Yep, Jade
with
Lotus.
With their Jade Golems that they were trying to take over the city of Gadgetzan and eventually the world.
Had a good stab at it, but really the grimy goons had a lot to say about that, as it turns out. As fun as the Year of the Kraken was, the Year of the Mammoth is just getting started. 3 new sets are going to fill that out, and honestly, it's going to be one of our biggest seasons yet. If you consider that each one of these expansions has more exciting cards than ever before, and I can't wait.
There's a reason it's called the Year of the Mammoth, right? It's a mammoth amount of cards. Also, we went to some cool places in the Year of the Mammoth, starting with Journey to Ungoro.
One of my favorite sets already, just based on the fact of who doesn't love dinosaurs, and elementals to boot.
The dinosaurs are exploding with elemental energy and adapting. That was one of our cool new mechanics for the set, where dinosaurs could adapt and gain new powers over the course of the game. Probably the biggest thing that we added was the new quest mechanic.
Oh yeah.
These are cards that they start in your hand, you play them and set a huge game plan for the rest of the game. Totally changed the way you play Hearthstone.
One of the other exciting parts about this was the board. You know, the play space for Ungoro was challenging in a way because we had already had Stranglethorn Forest, which could be not dissimilar to an undergrown.
They're both jungles.
They're both jungles. Green leaves, done. But as it turns out, there's more to it than that.
What I love about the board is for weeks, players were trying to figure out how to explode the volcano because it was happening like accidentally on people's streams. There was a guy who mapped all of the clickables to key bindings on his keyboard and just spammed them until the volcano went off.
Those boards offer a lot of fun, not just for us as developers, but ultimately for the players themselves as well.
This wasn't just a year for super exciting new expansions.
No.
It was also the year where we first started to add some really incredible new tech to the Hearthstone client that supports fireside gatherings.
They're really where the community gets to show its love for the game and share that with each other. It's the most social way to really appreciate the game and then get to enjoy it with your friends.
We wanted to give players really awesome reasons to go try it out. Because I think once you go to a fireside gathering, you see how fun it is. So we added a new way to play Hearthstone that you can only do from within a fireside gathering. That's called the Fireside Brawl.
Basically, they're unique brawls that can only be played at the fireside, and the innkeeper will be the person to set that up.
And we designed them in a way to be super fun in person. So they're brawls that are hot seat brawls, where you play 3v3 against another team with the same device, and you just pass the iPad or the phone back and forth between your buddies.
It's some of the most fun interaction we've had even within the team as we were developing it, and we can't wait to share it with everybody else.
So after Journey to Ungoro, we made, I think, a massive change to the way that our card packs work. No more duplicate legendaries. You cannot get a legendary that you already have. It's a huge change to the way that packs work.
It really is. I mean, we all know that feeling. You open up the packs and I've got that one. I'm happy to get the dust, but I'm even happier if I get a legendary that I don't already have to add to the collection. I mean, that's half the fun.
Guaranteed, first 10 packs will always contain a legendary. Just jumpstarts the fun of a new expansion.
I will annihilate you.
Speaking of new expansions,
our second expansion for the Year of the Mammoth was a big one. It was one that we'd been waiting to release for a long time, looking forward to developing, and our fans had been too. We'd been receiving all sorts of requests, really since day one. When are you going to put Death Knights in? How are we going to get to go visit Northrend? And is there going to be a Lich King? And the answer to that was yes. We brought Death Knights in. It wasn't the way people were expecting. I think it was better. We took
didn't
our
just add one Death
9
Knight.
heroes.
Yeah, we had 9.
What do 9 different types of Death Knights look like when you've taken some of the most powerful heroes in Azeroth and turned them into Death Knights?
And some of them were pretty horrifying, and it was
truly
creepy,
terrifying.
Yeah. And they made a huge impact on the gameplay, right?
And they themselves are a totally different card type. We got a new card type in the form of hero cards. As hero cards, they take the place of your hero in play, add a little bit of armor for the trouble, and give you a new hero power, which did some amazing things to the meta, the way the decks were built, and it was just awesome to watch.
100% agree with everything you said.
But this wasn't the first time we fought the Lich King.
We had an incredible fireside brawl that was insane in scope because we did it at Gamescom for thousands of players, and we gave the Lich King hundreds of thousands of hit points.
It's basically a massive raid.
Yeah.
Really, across the entirety of the Hearthstone floor. When you came to the booth, you got to take part in a huge raid against the Lich King himself.
Many players died that weekend.
Lots of skeletons lying.
Yeah, and then they were raised as servants of the undead. It was horrible.
But fun.
But fun.
That wasn't all at Gamescom.
No, it was not. We had that insane video. It really defined the look, the vibe, and the sound of Hearthstone for me.
Actually, it's legendary.
And so many great characters introduced for the first time that we're going to get to learn even more about in the months and years to come.
I can't wait. Honestly, I've seen that video hundreds of times, obviously, as the team was working on it.
Yep.
And
Every time.
Every time I
Every
cried.
time.
Every time. Why do I cry every time? It's so emotional.
It's one of my favorite parts of developing for Hearthstone is just waiting to see what people think of the next set, what they're going to do with it, the kind of decks they're going to build with it, and really their response to just the stories that we're telling through them.
All of this leads into what I think is the most magnificent capstone for the Year of the Mammoth ever, which we're announcing at BlizzCon.
What a great end point to 3 amazing sets.
It's so hard to not talk about it. I'm so excited for BlizzCon. This was an insane year for Hearthstone. I can't wait to see where we're taking next.
It's going to be amazing.
See you at BlizzCon.